Hello and welcome back to 80 English Tutorials, and here I am with my another video, that is part 2 for the poem The Brook, taken from ICSE class ninth treasure chest book. This is part 2. Part 1 has already been uploaded, which had the form, rhyme scheme, structure, everything that there it has been covered. It was the introduction, and now in this part we are going to understand the poem thoroughly, line by line and word to word. So let's get back to the poem without wasting any time. The Brook is the title. It's not the part of the poem, neither it's the part of the first stanza. I come from haunts of coot and hern. I is the brook. I have already told you that I have told you in the first part that this poem, sorry, in this poem, the brook, that is the shallow stream of water, it itself narrates its own story. It is personified as a woman. Sorry, it's personified as a human being, narrating its own journey. So the brook itself says, I come from haunts of coot and hern. Haunts are the dwelling places, that is, frequently visited places. Frequently visited by whom? Coot and hern. Hern stands for heron, and coot and heron are the water birds. Let me show you the image. See, this is coot and this is the other one is heron, and these both are the and both these birds are the water birds. I make a sudden sally. Sally is rush, or you can say leap, jump. So it just flows down. It is flowing, and it makes a sudden rush where and sparkle out among the fern and sparkle shine. Why shine? Because of the sunlight. So and sparkle out among the fern, and it passes down among the ferns. Ferns are the types of plants. To bicker down a valley. Bicker is making a lot of noise. So and it bickers down a valley. By 30 hills I hurry down. So by 30 hills the brook passes, or slip between the ridges, or slip between the ridges. Ridges is narrow hilltops. So it passes down the narrow hilltops also. By 20 tops, tops are the villages, a little town and half a hundred bridges. Half a hundred bridges is 50 bridges. So these are the things which this brook encounters on its journey, between its journey. Till last by Philip's farm I flow. So till the Philip's farm arrive, I flow like this. To join the brimming river. Brimming river, see, brim is the edge. Brim means edge. And brimming river is the river filled up to its edge. That is brim. So the brimming river is fully loaded with water, that type of river. So to join up the brimming river, that is full of water, filled with water up to its brim, up to its edge. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. So because I've already told you one of the themes, that mortal humans versus eternal river. So river will go on forever, but unlike human beings who are mortal, and everyone knows that we all have to die, even sometime, and it is the universal truth. Though who has come, he has to go. No one can stop him from going. Okay, so but this river will go on forever. So this is mortal, sorry, eternal. But our lives, our human beings' life, they are mortal. So that is all it says here. I chatter over stony ways. I talk to the stones which are there. In little sharps and trebles. Sharps and trebles are the high pitched sound, loud and low. So in sometimes loud, sometimes low sound, I talk to the stones. I bubble into eddying bays. Eddying is the spiral movement of water, and bays we all know that it's a sort of a part of the water body. So the eddying bays, the spiral movement of water, eddying, and bays is the part of the water body. So that is eddying base. So and sorry, I bubble into the eddying base, I babble on the stones. Babble is sound when one talks loudly and happily. So that is babble. So it I talk loudly and happily to the pebbles, and I bubble into the eddying base. I make some sort of bubbles when the water is moving spirally in a spiral movement. With many curve my banks, with many a curve my banks I fret. Fret is tired, and banks are again the edges of a river. So with many curve, that is meanders as we say. I'm not sure, but I guess it's meanders. So the the irregular movement of water is being referred to here. The curve it takes, the water, the brook, that is being referred to here. By many a field and fallow. Fallow is the land left uncultivated due to, the land left uncultivated just to regain its fertility. Sometimes the land is left uncultivated, no plants are grown, just so that the soil regain its fertility. With many a fairy foreland set. Fairy foreland is the piece of land that extends into the sea. And with willow weed and mallow. Willow weed and mallow are the sort of plants. Let me show you the image now. See, this is willow weed and the other one is mallow. So again, it tells us that what are the things it encounters on its way. I chatter, chatter as I flow to join the brimming river, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. So all these lines have already explained previously, the lines are being repeated. I chatter, chatter, I talk to the people as I flow to join the brimming river. Brimming is fill up to the brim. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I wind about in and out, so I pass about. I am just passing through the areas in and out. With hair a blossom sailing. Blossom is flowers. So the this river, it with itself it carries down many things, flowers, fishes, and everything that we are going to read here. So with this river, with the river, it takes many flowers and trees and leaves, everything uh, with its flow. So that is we are going to read here. And and there a lusty trout. Lusty is greedy, trout is a freshwater fish. And here and there a grilling. Grilling is another fish. And here and there a foamy flake. Foamy is full of foam, leather. So when the water flows from a height, okay, when water is poured from a height to water, another liquid, it creates a sort of bubbles. That bubbles look like leather, foam. So that is what it is being referred to here. Upon me as I travel, for many a silver water break. So silver water break. Water break is a sort of waterfall. Silver, why? Because the color of the water is shining. So that is the color of water. Above the golden gravel. Above the golden gravel. See, gravel is referred to as earth, that is sand. And golden, why? Because the sand is somewhat golden in color, and because the sunlight is there, it is shining and it is looking like golden. So that is why above the golden gravel the water is flowing, and all that is shiny like golden. Why? Because of the sunlight. And draw them all along and flow. So this lusty trout, grilling, and all these things, flowers, it just draw them, take them all along and the flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I steal by lawns and grassy pots. Steal is move secretly. So it moves secretly by the lawns, also the grassy plots. I slide by the hazel covers. Hazel covers are the see when the brook it flows on the both the side of the river, on both the side of the brook, the trees they they create a sort of tunnel, and that is called hazel covers. Hazel are the sort of trees, and the tunnel sort of things created by them is the covers. So hazel covers. See this, the other side, hazel covers. The flowers are the flowers of forget me nots, which we are just going to read it in the next two lines. In the next line itself, I move the sweet forget me nots. So I move through the sweet forget me not flowers. Also, see, this is forget me not flowers that throw for happy lovers, that grow for happy lovers. I slip, I slide, I gloom, I glance among my skimming shallows. Skimming is swallows. See, swallow is a bird. Okay, swallow is a bird, and this swallow, it is fond of eating fish. And just to eat fish, it dives into the water, take the fish, and quickly move out from the surface of the water. So that is among my skimming. Skimming is diving swallows. Swallows are the birds. I make knitted sunbeam dance. So netted is the water. It creates a sort of illusion that it is net. It is a sort of net. It looks like a net because of the sunlight. And sunbeam dance because it is moving in such a way that it is seeming that it is dancing. Sunbeam because the sunlight is falling and this river is shining. Against my sandy shallows are the ground beneath it. I murmur under moons and stars. So at the night time, my voice, my noise, it slows down a bit. So I murmur under moons and stars. In wildernessness, brambly is unwanted wildernessness. I linger by my shingly bars. Shingly bars are the stones filled with stones, covered with stones, and shingly are the I mean shingly. Just a second. Shingly are the small plant with a very small green leaves that does not need to be cooked, and it is eaten raw like in salads and sandwiches. That is shingly. I linger. Linger is walking aimlessly. So I see it is written that I linger, but this river, it also has an aim. What is its aim? To provide water, to provide food to the to the people, to join the brimming river. Its main aim to join the brimming river. By my shingly bars, the shingly leaves covered with pebbles. I loiter, linger and loiter both means the same, walking aimlessly. Round my cresses, cresses is again the pungent leaved plant that is like a cabbage only. It's not a cabbage, but it looks like a cabbage. And out again I curve and flow. Wait. And out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. So this stanza is being repeated. We This is all for this part. Figures of speech will be discussed in the third part. Till then, thank you for being here. If you have any doubt, you can post it in the comment section. It will be answered as soon as possible. Thank you for joining us. Have a